Hello there, fellow citizen of the Reject Nation. We're here today to watch the final episode of Stranger Things. So I don't want to hear another person complaining about Will being gay because it was only like 3 minutes long. That's all anyone seems to talk about.
Hi, I'm Greg.
Joyce!
This is John.
This is Joyce.
We are known for our uncanny impressions.
Haha, yes.
Nailed it.
And I'm Steve Harrington. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? It's been a quirky year's end, but you know what? It's been marked by some really fun times here in the studio with you.
I feel like we have found our Shane and Ilya here.
Yes, exactly. I'm ready to continue
by
this.
being here on Christmas Day and
Touching
New Year's
queer
Eve
drama.
together watching this. Anyway, guys, this is the final episode, and I want to thank everyone who's been here with us watching when we started doing reactions for this. This is one of my favorite shows, and despite this being a bit of a rocky journey with Volume 5, or Stranger Things Season 5,
Stranger Things 5.
I'm still happy to be here, and I just want to take it in. Thanks, Sean, for being here on New Year's Eve to pull you away from your family for a little bit. I'm really sorry.
Good.
Thank you guys for joining us on New Year's Day.
Happy to be here with all of you.
You ready to absorb this?
I'm not ready, but I'm ready as I'll ever be. Let's do it.
Doesn't quite feel like it's ending.
No, but hopefully in 2.5 hours from now it will.
Yeah, let's do this.
Dude,
I think
full
no,
circle
it wasn't. It was
Soleil.
in the lab. I'm wrong about that.
It's okay. It was reminiscent enough. The war is on.
What if she's actually just Sarah Connor?
That would be crazy. I mean, we've already had a Terminator in the show. Why not?
I swear to God I didn't touch shit. So the gate just opened up on its own. Like magic? There must have been some kind of malfunction.
Is magic really out of the realm here, soldier?
You really expect me to believe that, soldier? I swear I don't know what happened.
What if it was a malfunction?
I mean, we got to entertain all possibilities.
Not caused by us.
Oh, you're good.
See? That's why she's here. That's why she's the boss.
All right, lab rats, let's scurry up. An entire dimension's about to come crashing down on our heads.
Santa Claus Murray.
Is everything okay?
I'm just gonna go die.
I know this plan is totally mad and a million things have to go right and a million things could and probably will go wrong, but we can do this.
But out of a million, you just need 11.
One last fight and this whole nightmare, it'll be over. It'll finally be over.
I like how in this truck you still get the upside down lighting just because of the red in there.
Just the red ambience. Speaking of a million things going wrong, that Under Armour sleeve did not catch that last episode. She's got the body glove on, and I keep having to be like, oh yeah, they must have existed in the 80s.
This guy,
Hello there.
the main villain.
Mac, this is Wolfpack. Do you copy? What the hell do you think you're doing? Alerting the doc. That bitch is a god complex. All she'll do is slow us down.
You have an ego problem.
We're bagging this freak ourselves.
Oh no, dude. His eyes, he keeps looking like he's mutating.
This is one insult he keeps hurling her way. Freak. Gotta love the Duffers and their match cuts.
Ew, 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 ew.
Upside down transition.
It just looks like bits of colon. It's so gross. And just the whole thing inside of a gaping mouth.
It's never felt so alive.
A maw. I do love, that everything feels like it's skin and teeth. At least with Vecna stuff.
Gorgeous shot.
Sick shot.
As the clouds depart. There's the
X
road
marks
paved.
the spot.
Yeah.
That's a very cool POV.
Literal God's eye view.
The real shit hasn't started yet.
Erica, language, please.
This isn't intro to science. This situation demands cussing.
You know, that's fair logic.
So,
Cussing is
how's
cathartic.
it feel?
What?
To be right.
Helping to save the world and all that?
It feels pretty swell.
To be a real science guy.
Pretty goddamn swell.
Shit, yeah, Mr. Clark. That was a very sweet moment. We should get a whole heart-to-heart dramatic scene between the two of them.
Presbyterian community. That's the kind of Christian they are here.
Squawk. We're hunting birds tonight.
Hey, Robin, can you please tell me that was you guys and not more of those, mutant cujos?
Nice reference.
It's us, and it's too early to be stressed, Vic. Save it for later.
Yeah, no, copy that, yeah.
She knows how to comfort her girlfriend in a time of crisis that she's not used to.
That she's only just been exposed to, mere moments ago.
Use both ladders. Don't rush. Pace yourselves. There are platforms along the way, so use them to rest.
He's a real leader now.
The climb, redux.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Do you remember when it used to be difficult to breathe in the upside down?
Yeah.
Now everyone just casually strolls through.
Well, it's like when you're training in the mountains, it's like you get used to the high altitude and the thinness of the air. And
Don't be frightened.
whoa.
These are all friends.
Yes.
They're just here to watch. Don't focus on them.
He made me watch.
Oh, yeah. Man, I remember first experiencing this. So sinister.
It's weird to have to play the is it sarcasm or second screen talk game.
Slow knocks means
The abyss started to move.
the second I get confirmation that planet's close enough to the tower, then I'm gonna give you 3 fast knocks.
Then we strike.
Okay.
We kill Henry.
And we pray to God Dustin's right and that planet stops moving.
Their codes have always been in the form of knocks.
What could possibly go wrong? Right.
If something does go wrong,
Oh, Papa Hop.
I need you to promise me you won't pull me out. Not until I'm sure he's dead.
Promise it.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna need a promise from you two. If by some miracle this plan actually works, we're getting the hell out of here. Doc K and her plans, that's a problem for another day.
Yeah, don't do anything stupid.
I hope you honor that. What a full circle moment. Now she gets to own this.
Let's end this, kid.
Yeah.
First time going in, last time going in. This exact mechanism.
Going from being used by to being the user. Whew. They're going hard on that score.
Suppose they reserved the best 11 episode of this season for the final one.
That's my hope. Maybe we will feel the most for them here, and maybe that'll be appropriate.
What you said earlier at the squawk, I'm sorry. I mean, not sorry about what you said. That came out wrong. Or not came out wrong. Jesus Christ. It's okay. No, it's not. I should have been there for you. And I wasn't. I guess I was just so self-absorbed that I couldn't see it. I feel like an idiot. And
Yeah, man, I feel that.
I'm sorry.
I really feel like an adult this season, Mike.
Yeah.
You don't have to be sorry, and you are not an idiot. You're not. It's just, I didn't even understand it myself for the longest time.
Slow punching.
I think it needed to happen the way it happened. I needed to find my own way.
You can go your own way.
But what matters is that you're still here, and you still think we can be friends.
Friends? No thanks.
Lovers.
Best friends.
Ah, damn. I was secretly...
No thanks. I'm hoping 11 dies in there, and we get to get out of here together.
Yeah.
Stress gives me the munchies, so do you want anything? No.
Oh.
Actually, can I get a...
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
No.
Oh, no.
They get her mind?
Oh, she's got the checkerboard shoes.
Got her mind.
No. Nor.
Hello, Max.
Uh-oh. Oh,
I swear to God, nothing cures anxiety.
I hope her eyes aren't.
Whoa!
Her eyes are yep, there it is.
Nice lighting.
Yeah. Purple's
Wow.
always a unique kind of seductive.
Cool. Very cool.
Isn't it?
Oh, they brought her.
Cool.
Hi.
Hi. Ooh.
Why'd that feel malevolent?
Yeah. Malevolent.
Mother of God.
Huh. Oh my. Zardoz. Seems like it's happening really fast.
It does feel like a cool inverse of those sci-fi movies when a planet or something is erupting from coming up from the ground, unearthing.
How long do we have?
Not long. Supergirl better be close in there.
Jesus.
So this is Vecna, right now in the abyss. You don't have to whisper, but yes.
Why'd they bring Max?
Why don't we just kill him right here? I mean, he seems pretty damn vulnerable.
We can't hurt him here. We have to enter his mind.
Isn't this his mind?
No, it's my mind.
What?
Fun rapid fire. Whoa.
The school.
Okay.
Wow.
How close are we to Henry's house? Not close.
How not close?
I'm not sure.
You said you know his mind backwards and forwards.
Yeah, I do, but there are a shit ton of memories in here.
Did Henry go to high school here?
Stop talking while I try and think.
Joyce, it's that stupid play of yours.
Better see you there, Harry.
Yeah, something to do with that play flyer we zoomed in on.
Exactly what we picked up before.
Is that Joyce?
Yep. And through that door, Hop's sneaking it. Yeah. And that way, Mr. Wheeler is feeling up Mrs. Wheeler.
I wish we had time to sightsee. I wish we had a whole episode of just all that.
They talked about in the first season of how they would smoke together, Joyce and Hop, in high school.
Oh, no. Oh, cool reflection. Turn off that damn racket.
I do keep itching for her to become a real character.
I mean, there's still time. We got...
Yeah.
Damn.
Way to go, Vicky.
You got her through that hole?
Wheelchair and all.
Yeah.
Don't question it if it happens off screen.
Crazy work.
The tower needle is not lining up with the rift. If the abyss hits the needle, then this tower's going down.
Oh, no.
Great, that's just great.
Hey, Chief, we're gonna need help to stop this planet. Please.
How soon?
30 seconds.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ, what the hell? Oh, my God.
If you learn to use the upside down, you could probably use it like the wormhole it is.
What are we doing?
In the dark, surrounded by tendrils and monsters.
Well edited.
Whoa.
Damn.
What's going on in there? I don't know. I can't talk to her. I gave her the signal.
I gave her the signal.
We have to go. This is the only way. Just trust me.
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God, dude.
What's happening?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, that's very bad. Oh, my God.
Dang, how is this tower staying on? I feel like the tower would have tipped by now.
Oh, no.
Nice. Nicely done.
Wow.
Whoa!
Oh, Steve. Slow-mo Steve. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
We'll
Oh,
What?
Jeez. Cut the black.
No way.
Oh.
That's a nice subversion.
Okay. All right. I see you.
Shit, I thought you were toast. Elle got him! I repeat, Elle got
I might have
bastard!
thought the moment more if they didn't cut to black.
Yeah.
They just let him fall for a bit. Yeah.
They're literally teasing us.
I'm not leaving your side.
But I'm glad it was Jonathan, though, that caught him.
Not till we're out of here. It's the monster. Get out! No, I'm not the monster, and I can prove it.
Wowie. Oh, here we come.
Oh, it's time to whoop some ass, Nancy.
Holy shit.
Oh, it's similar music cues, but played with a different key.
Does this officially make us space travelers?
Interdimensional space travelers.
Suck it, Armstrong.
It's pretty cool. This is the yellow world. Ooh. How red his eyes are.
This is just not your day, Vecna.
It's over.
Where are they?
With Max. Safe.
They're in the cave from the play.
I told you. with Max. Far away from here. You can't believe it, can you? That they would ever.
It's an illusion. It's an illusion.
Whoa.
Why can't he see us?
Because Mr. Watson isn't the only one with magic powers.
So Kali, destroyer of worlds.
I felt like Henry would be able to sense them, though, right?
You
With
would
their
think.
minds and stuff?
That's why you take children. They have weak minds,
Hey.
but they're smarter than you think.
And are you smart?
Oh my god, the kids can do the killing.
And in here,
Ooh.
I will find all the answers I need.
Yeesh. Oh, Mr. Watson.
True form time. Now they see who the real monster is.
It's
Yo,
him.
you're
He's the black thing.
Everything Holly told you is true. He is trying to destroy our world. We have to escape.
Oh my God. Ew. Ew.
Can end up, brother. Together.
He knows.
Ugh. Ugh.
Hello, brother.
No time for that.
Yeah, no time for that. Just knife it. Whoa. Yeah. Is he doing mind tricks on you too? Is this all an illusion?
We don't know what's going on in the mind. Look, I know Elle broke the spell and stopped the abyss, but she could still be fighting him.
Yeah, good point.
Great job keeping the morale up.
I mean, you're the one who knows what's going on. You got to deliver the hard truth.
Thought I was a goner back there. Oh, you won.
Full
Look,
circle.
just because I don't like you doesn't mean I want you dead.
Aw, that's a good distinction.
I don't blame you, by the way, for not liking me. Can be a real prick sometimes.
You also bullied the shit out of him, like, for quite some time.
Yeah. Abused him, broke his property.
When I was away in California, you were there for Nancy when I couldn't be. And I thought that, that was why things were off with us.
Or you just found something to blame.
Our problems had nothing to do with you. Just took me a long time to figure that out.
Aw, growth.
And to let her go.
Yeah, which is what you ought to do, Steve.
Been so busy fighting, I probably could have saved you a little bit of time, because I've known for a while now, me and Nance, we're never really in the cards.
How long have you known?
She's independent. She's got to get out there. And I don't know, I want to...
6 little nuggets?
She told you that?
I think it would have been better if I'd said 4. Maybe just not calling them nuggets.
Yeah. Can't draw the Happy Meal comparison.
Listen, bottom line, end of the day, I'd rather have her as a friend than nothing at all.
Here, bro.
She's just really...
special.
Yeah.
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 Well, I guess we can agree on one thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Aw.
Oh.
You're gonna want to check this out.
First Nancy divided them. Now Nancy unites them.
I wonder if they did that whole scene on a treadmill. Wowie, yeah. That finger formation.
That's it. That's what I saw in my vision. The kids are in there.
What are we waiting for?
I feel like Nancy never even thinks about those two.
No. So far beyond that now.
Leave me! Save yourselves, you dumbasses!
Did you find him? Tell me you found him.
He just vanished.
He went back to the real world. How far to the cave? It's not far.
Derek, we gotta go right now.
Derek!
Dustin, Lucas, what's going on? Come on, talk to me.
Are you guys ignoring me?
The key to a good Hopper impression is you have to be whiny. Do you understand?
Yeah. Whiny and deliberate.
This is Impressions 101.
Herbicide, 1960.
Like Vietnam?
Vienna, yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, no, he's getting in your head now. Playing on your traumas. Oh, shit.
Oh, God. That's cruel.
You knew this would happen. Just like you know what will happen to her.
That is so cruel.
It's a cycle. It's a terrible, vicious cycle.
Oh, you're fucked up, man. You actually show him this.
After we kill our brother, after the children are rescued, we don't leave with the others. We stay on the bridge. When the Upside Down vanishes, so will we.
It's actually really good green screen keying effects and stuff.
He's going to do it.
Ooh. What? This is they've never interacted.
Stop the lion bastard! I am very thin, but I am not a liar.
Hey, you deceive a lot.
Depends on your definition of liar.
You claiming not to be a liar is a bending of the truth.
You are the curse.
Vecna's curse. Oh, shit.
How dare you?
What did you actually shoot? Oh, no. Did you shoot the tank?
Oh, no.
Josephine. Oh, my God.
Oh, no,
oh,
no.
Dude,
No.
what?
No, he's messing with his mind.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. Nor.
Why is he signaling?
Stop. Oh, no. Oh, that's so
God.
bad.
Get to the cave, Holly.
Hold on.
What did you do?
Hi there.
All is lost.
Max! What happened? You just poofed away like a goddamn ghost! Did the black thing take them? Probably. Listen up!
Yeah.
We keep to the plan. Get to the cave. The black thing can't hurt us there. So follow me.
E.T. phone home.
We have to get to the abyss, join the others, and we can kill him there.
There is no time. The worlds will collide long before we reach him.
Not if Holly and the kids make it to the cave.
Her voice sounds different.
Without the kids, Henry can't do anything.
That's a lot of ifs.
We can't give up. Not now.
Isn't that exactly what you're doing? Giving up. Henry showed me your plan.
Damn.
Henry lied to you. He tricked you. He used you, and you fell for it.
Oof.
Tell me you don't plan on yourself tonight. I will not detonate the C4, not until I know that you are safe with the others back in Hawkins. I will destroy it once I know that you're safe.
That was also a Metallica reference. Nothing matters.
Because Henry's gotten to him, and he's lost his mind.
Collie, wait.
Oh, bullshit. Come on, Kyle. You know the truth, Collie.
Shoot me.
If I'm alive, then so is Henry. I have to end the cycle.
You will, but not like this. Not with more violence. Not with more pain.
Yes.
You end it with acceptance.
Your mother was taken from you. Your childhood was taken from you. You've been attacked, manipulated, abused.
You deserve freedom.
Life has been so unfair to you.
Woof.
But you never let it break you. And I need you to fight, kid. I just need you to fight one last time. Fight for the happy days on the other side of this. Fight for
waffles.
For a world beyond Hawkins.
The waterfall.
Fight for that day that you have a kid of your own and you give her the life that you never had.
Damn. That's the cycle. You keep going.
For the day you get so angry because she invites some boy over and she won't keep the door open 3 inches. No, you don't believe you can have any of this. But I promise you, we will find a way to make it real.
I don't want to add to the stress, but we've got company.
We've got company.
That was about enough talking for my taste anyway.
Debbie, wait!
Little Debbie.
Have you seen Derek?
Oh, Derek. How could you lose track of Derek?
Oh, no.
Come on, Derek.
Don't let Derek be the one that gets killed off.
Come on, we got this. We gotta go. Come on, hurry up.
Ew.
Oh, shit, he's running.
Christ. Run.
Ah, Evil Dead.
They're going to kill off Derek.
Damn.
Oh, Holly, no. You have to chew that leg off. Oh. I'm surprised that worked.
Really? Huh?
We're safe now.
Aw.
Holly the leader.
Yeah. Heroic as ever.
How exactly did he break free?
Did it have something to do with like the precipice of the cave or something? Did Derek just manage to pull her far enough that it broke his? It's a little dubious. Some of the ones they've gotten over on Vecna have been a bit dubious.
We're just getting really close, okay? And we don't know what's in there, so I really think you should be sharing some of that firepower.
No.
Unless you're okay living with the guilt of my death, I'm gonna need one of those goddamn guns. Holy shit. Thanks.
Hey. It's the flare gun, though.
Flares. Gave you a flare gun, dude.
I was going to say, those big old rounds, I was like, there's no way.
You know, Will should never be at the back of the line.
Will should always be in the center of the group, flanked by everyone else.
It's Henry. He's alive.
It's alive!
Oh, look at that frightened boy.
They sent you.
Wow. Damn.
Oh.
This all began.
Ah.
The root of the problem.
What if facing this makes him like calm down and be like,
he's actually.
I'm so sorry about everything I've done.
I'm gonna take you all back home right now. I'm gonna fix this. I am so embarrassed, you guys. You must hate me.
What do you see?
It's Henry. He's
What
made it
do
into
you
the cave.
2 years avoiding that cave. 20 seconds to overcome his problem that was presenting.
You know, as you face your fears, it's just an instantaneous choice.
Sometimes you need enough motivation.
They're alone. They're all alone.
Whoa.
Could you stop him with your powers?
I can try. Just keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Go!
Let's get some Chrissy wake up in this shit. Such a great transitional effect, just panning the light past the lens. It's like it's so simple, but it's effective. Ooh.
Aw, damn.
Oh,
kryptonite.
you assholes.
Oh, God.
Murray.
I wish Murray had a gun.
Pull some shit, Murray.
Yeah. Sorry, Collie.
I mean, you can only take one kid at a time.
Joshua, come down there. Be careful, okay? Keep moving.
You'd have to be in exact range, though, right?
Oh, my God.
You kids are way more powerful than you realize.
Why are you taking them into my traumatic memories? It's messed up.
Jim, do you copy? God damn it!
Come on, Murray. Pull some shit. You're a crafty individual.
Come on, Murray.
Collie.
You know, I didn't even think about it.
Look what we got here.
Oh,
I just left you here, huh? Oh, that's not very nice now, is it?
All you soldiers are so despicable.
Yeah, you guys are so mean.
Get her out of here.
Nice, Hopper.
Wow,
Nice.
dude, yeah.
Oh my God, he's John Wicking them.
Dude,
he's John Wicking them.
John Wick and Hopper!
John Hopper.
Hopwick.
I got you. I got you.
No!
Oh, damn it.
God, it's mutated guy.
Oh, this guy. It's freaking District 9 over here.
All right, listen. Anything you see in here is not real. It can't hurt you. Just keep your eyes on me.
I think you guys collectively have enough where you probably are able to take Vecna down.
You can do
There's a reason he sought you kids out.
Yeah.
Holy shit, balls! Eyes on me, Derek!
Yeah, come on, Derek.
Love him so much.
Yeah, he's a great addition.
You get to the other side and you wait for me.
Are you guys into running up that hill?
Yeah, dude, who likes Kate Bush here? Let's see some hands.
Oh, come on. Come on, we got this.
Oh, no, don't get... Oh, hey. Okay, I take it back.
Tell me where the other freak is, or this one dies right here.
It's just us.
You think I'm playing a game here? Where is she?
Oh, here's Janie.
This is not a good plan. This is crazy.
Take your pants off, Murray.
Here goes absolutely nothing.
But it'll work out.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Where is she?
Go to hell.
Go to hell.
Yeah. Wow, we're doing it. We're doing it like, wow. Nah. Come on, Juju is mine.
Destiny.
Bradley's big boy. Whoa.
Oh my God, Murray.
Murray, yeah, I was gonna say. Oh my God!
Nice.
Where'd that shot go?
Awesome.
That was pretty sick. Wow. Nice reflection. Cool ass glasses shot.
Journalist, smuggler, karate master, soldier.
What can't Murray do? Taking down a chopper single-handed.
Woo, woo. Snap, 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 snap.
Oh, you looking for me? Oh, no. Oh, that's going to be gnarly.
Oh, snap. Nice.
Oh, my God, dude.
Nicely done, Jane.
Tell him he's mean first.
Woo! YouTube doesn't understand context, so we can't show that.
Yeah.
No! Golly, golly.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you kill off Collie with a bunch of bullshit.
That sucks,
oh,
man.
don't do that.
That sucks.
You just brought her back.
That sucks.
You will make it, okay? Don't cry, Jane.
Aw.
We'll always have season 2, episode 7.
My story was always going to end here.
That's so unfair.
Yeah, I hate that.
She's just fucking now dead? Ugh.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm so upset by that. Didn't even get to have like an arc.
Yeah.
Feels like they couldn't kill off any main characters, so they killed her off.
No, and I'd heard people speculating like they're bringing her back just to fridge her, and I'm like, oh,
were they?
Yeah.
Oh, it certainly fucking feels that way.
I'm upset.
Damn, it didn't even last that moment.
Yeah.
Damn, it was just so fucking quick.
I wanted the two of them to actually like face off with him. She deserves some closure. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh. Oh, hell yeah, Holly. Boss Holly. Yeah. Kia.
Where are you, Derek?
I like to kick it. I'm a karate guy.
I live near here.
Who sent you?
I'm just a scared little boy.
They sent you!
You're just confused. You need to talk.
The Boy Scouts of America.
What's happening?
He's doing Boy Scout shit, man.
He's in a memory now, and he's scared. He's so scared.
Damn, dude. Core wound.
Literally.
What's wrong? Collie, where's Collie?
Broseph.
I can jump.
At 7 seconds.
I can jump those boulders to the abyss. I'll be right there, right at the tree. Shortcut.
If you fall,
I won't.
if you make it.
I kill him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
When I was a kid and you found me in the woods, I was scared.
Oh.
You took me in.
Oh.
Oh, that's a new shot.
Yeah, get some unused footage.
You became my dad.
Eh?
But I'm not a kid anymore.
How old are you supposed to be in context?
You're like 15.
Like you said, I'm a teen.
And I'm not Sarah.
Oh, boy.
She didn't have a choice to make.
What you do.
But I do. And I need you to trust me to make the right choice.
Yeah.
I need you to believe in me.
He does.
Oh. Wow.
Damn. So he got infected with that, and that's how he got his powers?
Yeah.
So he became a murderer before he was infected.
Looks like they had some of that like theoretical matter in there or whatever. I'll get my bludgeoning patch. Ooh.
Wow, just one little thing.
Yeah, looks like a little meteorite from another world. Oh no, the particles.
Wow.
Whoa.
What?
Oh, wow. Okay. It's a malevolence. Oh, no. Into the bullet hole, into the wound. Oh, the poison into the wound.
Must resist it. It will consume you.
Damn. His fucking head's like bashed in. Ugh.
Wow, yeah. Whoa! That was some Mindflayer in there. Oh, wow. Oh, creepy. Ooh!
So the Mindflayer's really the one. Vecna's not the main man in charge.
No.
Vecna still is just a servant.
Yeah, he's just like the face. He's like the main instrument.
Oh,
but not
God.
the source.
It was never you.
What? No way.
That's why the Mindflayer didn't want you in the cave. It didn't want you to remember.
Yeah, you gotta help us stop this.
I said, leave me alone.
You were just a kid like me.
Oh, this is all about cycles too and using.
Yeah.
Used you to bring it here. You're just like me, Henry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can resist it. Help us fight it.
Oh my God. This is crazy.
It showed me the truth.
I mean, he might be so far gone by now.
Yeah.
It showed me that this world is broken.
Wow.
That man is broken.
Don't listen to it, Henry. It is controlling you right now.
It might be.
Look at what it's turned you into.
It'd probably be easier to accept this fatality than accepting the reality of what he's done, you know?
Oh, sure.
And I never controlled it.
We are drift compatible.
I could have resisted it, but I chose to join it.
It's twisting like the limbs.
Chosen this evil.
Yeah, the Mindflayer. It's coming.
Wow.
It's the physical manifestation, the actual tangible version of it.
Yeah.
It needs me.
Oh, you're codependent, man. Goes from feeling like some kind of horrible tree to now being like a horrible organism.
We.
Oh.
That's what he. Venom.
One.
Whoa.
Wow.
Cool.
Run from one.
Damn. It's got a bit of a xenomorph profile.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
This is interdimensional parasite. No.
Nice.
Oh, nice fake out. Whoa.
Use your flare gun.
Yeah. He loves red. Wow, what a mouth. What a maw. What the?
11? 11, did she make the jump?
Can 11 like assemble her own giant Megazord? Wow. David and Goliath.
I wish we saw her do the jump.
Yeah, I wish we saw her do the jump too.
Wow.
What a shot.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
Some kaiju shit.
Holy shit. That is crazy.
An evil spider dragon. Whoa.
Go, Jonah and the whale, this bitch.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh.
Woo. Oh, into the heart.
Into the heart of the beast.
Woo.
Oh, thunk.
Pretty badass.
Yeah.
She's fighting Vecna.
Hive mind.
Yeah, I chose this life.
You truly do want to die.
Ooh. Hand battle.
But we have to help her.
How?
Okay, the hive mind works in both ways. If we hurt the Mindflayer, then we hurt Vecna.
What, hurt Godzilla over there?
Does look kaiju.
There. One of us draws it to that canyon. The rest take positions on those cliffs.
ambush it from above.
How long is that gonna take?
Like season 3?
Like at the Starcourt Mall.
It's just one question. Which one of us is bait? I am.
Of course you are. The baddest ass here.
Not one person was like, no, Nancy.
Nah, they're like, she's got this, and no one's going to talk her out of it.
That makes sense.
I was going to say, you got to treat it like one of those video games. You got to shoot it in like the mouth and the joints.
Oh, shit. That's a hell of bait.
Go!
Jesus. What a fascinating turn for her.
No.
We can do it. Come on, please.
We need her for the spinoff.
Hey, pocket sand. Oh. Woo! Let's go.
Holy shit. That is so big.
It's like weird eye plumage. Wowie.
You can outrun this. You're in a Roland Emmerich movie now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Right up in there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fucking looks awesome, though.
Yeah, sick. It's like a giant, like, earth drill. Wow. Jurassic Park shot.
Nick of time. Woo!
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Fire in the hole.
Nice.
Oh, come on. Get him on one of those spikes. Yeah, do it nice and slow, too.
Ugh. Shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, teamwork.
So close. Jab.
Ew.
Freddy, you son of a bitch!
Yeah.
Freddy, they both doing it, Freddy. Let's turn on the Metallica. Oh, we got dual nosebleeds.
Use both hands, 11.
Yeah. Whoa. Ew. You're gross.
Will.
Come on, Will.
Good job, Will.
Teamwork. Let's go.
I am okay with being gay.
I am so secure in my identity.
We're not
The same.
afraid
We
of you.
Oh, that is a chorus.
Woo, woo. Wow.
Oh, did the limb break in there in the limbs?
Let's go. Wow. Wow. Ah.
Is everyone okay? Holly.
Oh. Thank God, no Under Armour.
Can you hear me? Holly. Holly. Holly, come on.
Yeah, nope.
Oh, yes, get them particles out of you.
Now there's like 11 other people you gotta go do that for.
Yeah, it's me. I'm here.
Oh. Squelch intensifies.
Where am I?
You're safe. You're safe, bud, okay? We're here to get you home. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, chop his head off or something. Guys.
Yeah. Cut him into pieces and put all the pieces into boxes and scatter them across the bridge. Wow.
You guys.
Wow.
You're fucked with the wrong family.
Whoa, we got an F-bomb.
Joyce. Joyce.
Why don't you go ahead and go home?
Nice.
Oh, the barb real quick in there.
I love you, Dad.
Goodbye, Mike.
Get the clips.
He did not make me into this.
Whoa.
I just want this to be over.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah, copy. What's going on?
Well, the noseless bastard's toast. We're back in the upside down, and we have the kids.
Is everybody okay?
Is 11 okay?
Yeah, the party took a hell of a beating, but we're okay.
What about Elle?
The whole party. So what do we say you hit the music, old man? Destroy the upside down once and for all.
Here we go.
Let's ditch this hellscape.
Yeah, copy that.
Let's ditch this hellscape. Something
I wish I caught the numbers. Yeah, damn.
It's an Easter egg comment.
All right. The countdown begins.
Sick.
Hey, what are you doing? You're gonna let more of that crap in here.
You smell like it. I actually don't know what you smell like, but it's bad.
Yeah, you gotta smell like dank, fleshy mucus juice.
There it is.
You assholes.
Oh, no, it's them.
Assholes.
How does it feel?
Feels like I need a nap and a smoke.
I thought you quit.
Yeah, that's why it's gonna taste so good.
Yeah.
Hey.
You know, at this point, I'd settle for a giant monologue from Dr. K
Yeah.
about who she is and everything.
Wowie.
Do you see Elle? Sergeant! Where's the girl?
She was right here 1 second ago.
She's destroying the
Maybe
shit.
Kali didn't actually die. Maybe they tricked us into thinking Kali died.
Oh, she's staying behind.
Oh,
No!
Snapperino. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
You have to get out!
None of this will ever end. Not if I'm still here.
Oh, don't do this.
We'll figure something out. We'll fight back. We always do.
I need you to talk to the others.
No.
No.
Please don't do this. Please don't do this.
Mike, I need you to help them understand my choice.
But I don't understand.
I know.
Oh.
You understand me better than anyone. You always have. From the day we met.
Roll those clips.
You've seen me.
Well, my name's Mike, short for Michael. Maybe we can call you L, short for 11.
God.
The real me.
Huh? Oh.
Oh.
I love you for exactly who you are.
Oh.
Please don't do this.
I will always be with you.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
come on. Wow. Oh my.
Goodbye, Mike.
Whoa.
Hey, don't touch her!
Oh, and he chose the record, too. Oh, come on.
Wow.
Oh, that really sucks.
Wow.
Wow.
What a sequence. Wow.
This doesn't feel real to me. God damn it.
Whoa. Woof. Jesus Christ.
You assholes. Yeah, you guys suck. They're the whole reason why.
Huh.
I'm in like actual shock right now.
Yeah.
My heart just feels like hollow.
Yeah.
Huh. Whoa. It's like she went through with the sacrifice that she had in the first season.
Hi there, strangers.
Year and a half. Damn.
Do you guys even remember me? Okay, maybe I'm being too modest.
Long
I mean,
hair.
let's be honest. Who could forget this soothing voice with a trace of a Deborah Winger rasp? It's me, Robin Buckley, a.k.a. Rockin' Robin.
Twiddly diddly dee.
Jimmy Fast Hands was kind enough to let me back into the booth for a guest stint, but you're gonna have to cut me some slack because I am feeling rusty. I mean, what do I even talk about? It is, well, it's my friend's bowl cut.
Hey.
I mean, there's no soldiers, no fences.
Oh, a new generation of kids on bikes.
There we go.
You can't swear on the radio like that.
Sorry about that. My partner in crime ditched me, but, well, as far as excuses go,
Oh,
he had a pretty good one.
Steve, where you at?
Now,
No mental mistakes.
I think the Hawkins curse has finally lifted.
All right, Thomas, let's go. Thomas, here you go, man.
But at the same time,
Go!
Sunflower seeds.
this isn't even the Hawkins that I remember. It feels so different. But maybe it's not the town. Maybe it's me that's changed. We probably all have. That's certainly true of my friends.
What is this song called?
That's right. Hawkins High, class of '89, is walking the podium today. I hope you all come out and support them. I know I will, because if anyone deserves a standing O, they do.
Here.
I'm gonna miss this world.
Yeah.
Max.
Hey. You break any more bones, you're on your own. Because I am done with hospitals.
Maybe I should be on my own. I mean, what is going on here?
We're graduating today.
In 2 hours. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you're definitely getting ahead of yourself.
Just looking super sexy right now.
Yeah.
And you're looking super dorky.
Yeah. It's okay, guys.
You
You're,
can just be in love. It's fine.
Ugh. Gag me with the spoon.
Yeah, what are you up to, Erica?
Mom, it's okay. I'm only a day's drive away.
Where are you going?
Okay. And I'm gonna call you so much that you're gonna want to change numbers. Okay.
Aww.
Is
we
she
re-
getting the spinoff?
All right, rolling. Happy graduation.
On 8mm.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh. Wow, Stash is back.
No. Leave the bed sheet. Leave the bed sheet.
There's too much light. It needs diffusion.
It's not the Godfather.
It's not. One more take.
No, I haven't seen him. It's Karen. She can't find Mike.
It's probably at the cemetery or something.
Man, here comes your man, Mike.
Thought I might find you here.
Yeah.
Mom's freaking out. Can't say I blame her. I mean, I don't know if you remember, but we do have a history of kids going missing in this town.
She won't understand. She'll never understand why I can't do it, why I can't walk the stage.
Oh.
It'd be like a lie.
And friends don't lie.
Like I'm okay with moving on, and I'm not.
Of course not.
I'm not okay with it. I had this plan that me and Elle, we were gonna go someplace far away.
The waterfall.
And no one would find us. And I said this thing about going somewhere with 3 waterfalls.
Yeah.
I don't even know if she believed me. Who would? 3 waterfalls? I mean, that's so stupid. Childish.
Oh.
I should have had a real one.
Oh.
I didn't think that she would just...
Hey, it's not your fault. What happened is not your fault. Elle made her choice. Now it's time for you to make yours.
Yeah, he accepts her choices.
You got one road
Miserable.
where you keep blaming yourself for what happened. You keep going over it in your head over and over what you could have done differently.
He's really changed.
You push people away and you suffer because that's what you think you deserve. And then there's another road where you find a way to accept what happened.
Subtly looking toward the light.
Doesn't mean you gotta like it. Doesn't mean you gotta understand it. Never think about it.
The reality, man.
You just accept it. You live the best goddamn life you can.
Yeah. Here.
I've been down that first road before. I don't recommend it.
She showed you how to get to the other road.
And that's for Elle. I think you know what she would have wanted for you.
Go to the light.
Class of 89. Damn, that means the 80s are about to be over. And then life is gonna suck.
But I think she's
It's, it's just like Tom Cruise there.
Yeah. Oh, Holly.
Whoa.
Wow, Nancy. Whoa, the scars. Damn.
Hey, Daddy.
Badass.
Daddy's fine and alive.
And Ted's here too.
Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 89.
Let's go 89. Mika.
I'm sorry, Mom. I panicked.
You don't have to explain.
How far him and Hopper have come too. Damn.
You're all grown up. I'm so proud of you.
I love you, Mom.
I love you, baby.
Ted's just not in the picture.
Give a warm welcome for your valedictorian,
My man.
Dustin Henderson.
Well deserved.
I just wanted a normal childhood. But that childhood was stolen from me. It was stolen from us. And this past year, I've been pretty pissed off about it.
Man is completely unchanged.
Even though there was a lot of bad, there was so much good, too.
Oh, yeah.
There's this game I like to play.
Dungeons.
It's called Dungeons and Dragons. Woo!
Yup.
Now, bad chaos brings anarchy, destruction, but good chaos can bring innovation.
Hey.
Change. In this school, it needed to change because we were so divided into the jocks, the nerds,
subversive material.
And in the chaos, all those walls broke down, and I made new friends. I made friends who were never even supposed to be my friends.
Ain't that the truth?
And when you get to know people who are different from you,
Delightful
you
Derek.
begin to learn more about yourself. I'm a better person because of them. I'm not pissed off anymore, but I am worried. Worried because now that the chaos is over, Principal Higgins and every square like him is going to do their damnedest to put everything back in order, and we look ridiculous. What is this? We look like Roman senators. I mean, it's not who I am. I don't think... Honestly, just screw it.
Hellfire lives!
Screw the system, screw conformity, screw everyone and everything trying to...
Yes!
This is our year!
Ride that lightning, boy.
Looks like the principal from Breakfast Club.
Yeah. Woo woo. School's out.
I hate that she's alive.
Summer. He's gonna get the hairs on the back of his neck.
You know what you're gonna do? Expel me?
Oh, no way.
I just say what you did up there was pretty badass.
Oh,
Damn.
thanks. I was kind of just going for like a bit
She
of like a
rejected
Belushi
him
thing.
once.
Belushi.
But if he was in like a Hughes film, but I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Total. No, totally.
Yeah.
I love movies.
Mm-hmm.
Say something.
Hey, so I'm at this party, later tonight. You guys should come.
No way. They even paid this off.
Screw that. I got a better idea.
We ride our bikes.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Come on, I mean, look at this place. The sunset, the view.
Steve's never moving.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't come back here if you paid me $1 million.
But you're here now.
There's actually this rad place over in Forest Hills. I can't quite afford it yet, but I'm close. And that is on a coach's salary.
Don't forget sex ed teacher.
My man.
They have you teaching sex ed?
It's part of the gig.
That's the spinoff.
I love teaching these kids, you know? I get to teach them about the miracle of life and how to not start it accidentally. I'm gonna grade your movie about capitalism, cannibalism.
No,
whatever.
it's anti-capitalist. It's a metaphor. The more she eats, the hungrier she gets.
Smith, I would consider.
Nope.
Is it the lectures on Steinem that draw you, or the high concentration of women?
Can't it be both?
A man after my own heart.
Wow. They're actually playing more. They're like their actual age in real life.
I dropped out.
What?
No way. What?
Oh, I knew it. You became a Navy SEAL.
Yeah, I was gonna get.
I don't know. I was just sick of school and thought I'd maybe get out there and try the real world.
Nancy Wheeler, still full of surprises.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna be Lois Lane in no time.
There actually is something that I miss about this place.
You guys.
I miss this.
Yeah.
Us hanging out. I miss you guys.
That's the real Stranger Things, are the friends we made along the way.
But it's
not the same.
You guys don't have shared trauma.
Let's do something about it. I don't know. We could meet up
Let's meet up here every once in a while.
once a month here.
Maybe somewhere just more neutral. City between Hawkins and Massachusetts.
Louisville.
Philly.
Philly. I have an uncle who lives in Philly.
That's the spinoff.
There you go.
And a boiler room?
Yeah.
Perfect. For the hideout, she traps all the men and then burns their bodies? The consumer. What do you...
You're trying to kill us.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so Robin's weird uncle's house, and we'll drink and make Jonathan's anti-capitalist
Hell
cannibal
yeah.
movie starting next month.
It'll be our Shelby Oaks.
To nothing ever keeping us apart.
Including overbearing significant others.
School.
Mortgages.
And kids.
And kids aging out of roles.
Yeah, Steve. Kids?
I don't know, guys. I think Kristen might be the one.
Kristen.
Ooh, Steven.
Did Joyce finally get that date here?
Come on. Yeah.
They got their date at
Let's
Enzo's.
go.
We're gonna have a bottle of the Cabernet Sauvignon.
He can't pronounce it. That's a callback joke.
Caviar to start, and we will have 2 of the filet specials, however the chef would like to prepare them.
It's so slice of life right now.
Damn, hot.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime day.
You gonna propose?
You raised 2 beautiful boys and 2 incredible men. They had a lot more to overcome than just puberty.
Sure.
It's gonna be quiet in that cabin.
It's just us and the crickets.
No, it's gonna be loud.
Crickets. Yeah, I don't like the sound of those crickets anymore.
Cabernet's sort of.
I wish it was the sound of something different. Maybe squawk of seagulls. I'm just saying there's nothing tying us down here anymore.
You seem to think our bank account is bigger than it is.
It is. I stole from the Russians.
From my buddy in the New York days, Montauk's looking for a new chief of police.
Ooh.
Be 20% more. I know that's not big enough for a mansion or anything, but it's kids would be closer. Just a little quick trip into the city.
Oh.
We could start again. Fresh.
Yeah, fuck knows. You deserve it, man.
We don't have to figure out anything tonight. We don't have to decide anything, but that's not true.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Do it.
Do it, man.
There's one thing I would like to decide tonight.
I brought my cassette tape with me. Oh. Oh.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Joyce Byers,
Come along.
will you spend the rest of your life with a tired, grumpy, stubborn old man who loves you very much?
Yes. I will.
Aww. Aww. That was very sweet.
I have such a hard time saying goodbye to TV shows. It's such a weird fucking thing.
Yeah. That's why I don't finish a lot of shows.
Straight up, for real.
Oh, what a sweet moment.
A hush
Lovely
quiet
shot.
falls over the town.
Hey.
Frightened villagers watch from
already
rooftops and
played
alleyways,
D&D.
wondering,
Oh, yeah.
how will this all end?
That was a shot from the first episode.
Strahd von Zarovich strides up to Dustin the Bar.
Don't do this.
The vampire lord lunges, plunging its fangs right into his throat. Onlookers gasp as his body collapses.
It's a good bookend to the first episode.
Final mournful note.
Son of a bitch!
A lone hero remains. Will the Wise.
Will the
Baravia's last and
Wise.
only hope.
Baravia.
I can't.
Why not?
He's in the range of the suppression stone. No magic.
Whack him with your staff or
And
something.
inflict 6 points of damage. He has 30 HP left. That's it. Nothing.
So after all of that, Strahd von Douchebag just wins? This game is bullshit.
Time to join your friends, sorcerer.
Just get it over with and roll. I don't want to hear shit anymore.
We should have gone to that party with the hot chicks. Oh.
The mage from the Abbey of St. Markovia. She said we can summon her.
To summon her. What's the incantation?
Oh, what if they actually summon? They could summon 11.
Come forth and help your promise keep.
Nothing happens.
Oh, come on. Why? Then why do we even have the incantation?
Wait.
Oh.
Purple light begins to shine through the mist, growing brighter and brighter. It's a portal.
Yeah.
Out of this portal steps the Mage of St. Markovia.
Yeah. We got 11's old wig.
As his body shrivells, burns, and turns to ash.
Hey.
1,000 pieces of gold each.
Nice.
Flush with wealth and honor, you live out the rest of your lives in comfort and in happiness.
How back to their like old hairdos.
That's it. Comfort and happiness. Could you be more trite?
And those are Deus Ex Machina, the way she just showed up like that.
Well, it is true, but happiness can be found in many places.
Yeah.
The night, in the Zoomer, they retire from battle and they settle down in a small village.
Nice.
Aw.
Their love grows stronger.
Hell yeah.
The bard, craving knowledge, makes his way to the Mages Guild of Enclave, where he spends his days in their vast library. Though deeply devoted to his studies, he still makes time for the occasional adventure.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
As for Will the Wise, he travels far and long to the bustling city of Valaki. So very different from the village where he spent his youth.
But it has a thriving gay scene.
I like this, like, cutting the flash forwards.
Yeah.
And the storyteller. What about him?
Oh.
The storyteller keeps telling stories.
God of stories.
Becomes a
Stories
screenwriter.
inspired by his friends.
He's a duffer.
One day,
I love it
he hopes
photo.
their tales of grand adventure will spread far and wide across the land, so all can know of their great bravery. But there is a story that he can never tell. The story of the mage.
Aw.
Or at least not the real story.
What do you mean?
When she cast Sunbeam,
He knows the truth.
Goodbye, Mike.
she expended the last of her energy and she vanished. But has anyone asked themselves how she cast that spell?
Oh.
The suppression stone. She couldn't have used her magic.
Huh.
In the excitement, no one even noticed. But you see, the mage is very clever. A cleverness only matched by her sister.
Yeah.
Oh.
Upon hearing the pleads of the paladin, had a change of heart.
Don't cry, Jane. My story
Ends here.
was always going to end here,
Okay.
but yours doesn't have to.
Together, the sisters devised a plan.
Oh.
A plan to protect the mage from the Order of the Black
No
Hand,
fucking
who
way.
remained hell-bent on stealing her powers. To trick them, she had to make everyone, including her friends, believe that she was dead.
Oh,
No
shit.
fucking way.
Oh, shit.
And so the sister cast a spell from far away, safe from the power of the suppression stone.
Oh my god, that's why they moved so fast through it.
Spell of invisibility.
Okay, so she projected her into the portal.
Once the mage escaped, his sister cast one final spell.
All right, Collie.
The mage who
hand.
sought die was not real.
Yeah.
She was an illusion.
That's beautiful.
Where did she go?
No one knows.
Texas.
But I'd like to imagine that she's in a beautiful land somewhere far away.
Oh, she's in Scotland.
She find her waterfalls.
Or New Zealand.
Yeah, waterfalls.
Yeah, they're all over. Wow. Wow.
She finds a small town to call home.
She's living in New Asgard.
From the danger of the Black Hand. And it is here, at last, that she finds peace. That she finally finds happiness.
This is just a theory, right?
How do we know it's true? We don't.
Choose your ending.
But I choose to believe that it is. I believe. I believe. I believe.
I believe.
Oh.
I believe.
I believe. Ritz. Oh.
Closing the book, the final chapter.
Yeah. Yeah, and everybody leaves the sacred space one at a time. Oh.
I choose to believe. I feel like Wolfhard fucking killed it this episode, man.
Yeah. No, he's absolutely held it down. Oh, buddy. Oh.
So, how do we plead escape?
Jesus, watch out.
She's yourself. You said you could have done an hour ago.
Next generation.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and this is my house. Holly, you told me this was not going to be nerdy. This is super nerdy.
Please
Look.
put him down.
Look.
Something smells. I'm gonna puke.
Yeah,
it's just old pizza. Old pizza
Okay, that
doesn't
would
smell like crusty.
Excuse me, girls talk fart. If they do, it smells like roses.
Oh, the cycle begins anew. Be at peace with playing with your sister or letting her share your toys. Wow. What a symmetry there. Huh. Closing the door. Wow.
Whoa,
wow.
Boy. They're not telling me to skip. Yep, you're right, John. They're giving us our 80s ending. Kind of. Through comic art. Is it weird? I like the last 40 minutes more than the big adventure in the first hour.
I don't think that's weird. It's the most heartfelt stuff.
The thing you show up for in the movie theaters is the thing that I like. I didn't like. I like the last half a lot more.
No, just for one day. Oh, that's cool. Neutral good. I like that they're like breaking them all down as D&D types.
Looks like Season 1 when she first shot a gun.
I want a Charles Burns Stranger Things now. Oh, Sean Astin.
Yeah.
Justice for Bob Newby.
Jamie Campbell, you were the shit, man.
Now Fisher. Linda Hamilton, man. What the hell? What the hell was that?
Biggest waste. Oh, one of the greatest moments in all of television history.
That's so fucking righteous. It's fun, too, that they're recreating so many classic shots and scenes across the whole show here. Hey, even Ted has a role.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What?
Nice. Upside down. That's very cool.
With the die right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you again for being here. Want to say a real special thank you to Prepper as well for editing this down. They were not supposed to come in today because it's New Year's, but they made an exception to help us out. So thank you guys for delivering the goods, allowing the Reject audience to see this. Thank you. Additionally, a great way you can help support, that way we can keep paying Prepper, is you can get the full-length reaction watch-along at our Patreon. Become a Royal Reject over there. Helps offset copyright claim stuff, too. Lord knows, every episode of Stranger Things loves to give a copyright claim. Got music, man. They got some music. They got some Netflix. And Netflix spent a lot of money, so Netflix be copyright claiming up the wazoo right now.
Yeah, we need to recoup some of this.
Gotta recoup the $95 billion we spent to buy Warner
Off the record.
Claim the YouTubers.
Yeah, that's where we'll make
their
it
cropped
back.
in little 5 to 8 seconds of footage that they use 1/3 of the episode.
Talking over it and all.
Anyway, whatever. The other way way too. Get some our apparel. Scan the barcode you see right here on screen. Great way to support the channel. All right, John, I'll go to you first, amigo. We both got to get back to our respective families. But before that, we're going to talk some Stranger Things. How are you feeling? Were you satisfied with the ending?
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, how do you do this? How do you end everything? How do you tie it all up in a bow? And I think this finale, at the moment, certainly was filled with a lot of, really striking, gripping moments. I think it does reflect the shape of the season thus far, and it does feel like 2 episodes they chose not to break in half. But I liked a lot of what we got here, and even certain things that I didn't so much like in the moment, I could sort of get on board with a little bit more by the end. And I don't know, there's been a whole bunch of weird discourse about how the, dramatic scenes are written and how many of them there are and if they're too much or not. But I liked a lot of the, wrap-up coda stuff that we got with the characters.
Yeah.
A lot of the send-off stuff was certainly the most touching and the most striking, and it felt like it had the best breathing room. The first half of the episode was very thrilling. I still kind of have that feeling that I've had, that is a feeling that I feel like we've discussed in the context of multiple franchise things. This sort of feeling where, like, when the final battle kicks off, I almost feel like there was a little bit of some extra shit we could have done before hopping into the final battle. Like when we were in the final battle of it all and we're in the first few minutes, it's like, we got to get to Henry like now, 30 seconds. And I'm like, we've been here for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I'm still chewing on it, obviously. The first half of it was very cool and satisfying, but in parts feels maybe a bit abrupt. But the stuff, paying off the characters, I thought was really lovely. How are you feeling at the moment in totality?
I love the last 40 minutes a lot. It felt the most like Stranger Things. Weirdly, the part with no sci-fi, felt the most like Stranger Things. Whereas, that first hour, I think it's like a solid hour until it's probably the midpoint of the episode when they do kill off Henry and then they start journeying back before 11 does or doesn't die. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. The gripes were kind of coming out of us here and there, while also having moments that were really cool and really enjoyable. It was that first hour was kind of like the entire season.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great moment. Oh, what a weird moment. Oh, what a great moment. Why they cut to black to try to trick us that Steve was going to die here.
Yeah.
It sounds like a gripe. It's just like a moment like that if you want to sell. I'm well, you don't have commercial breaks. And I know, now that it's cut to black, I don't buy for 1 second that he's going to die. And then there's also the grounded reality of being in the Upside Down as compared to where we once were with the show. And then when you're there on their tower and it's breaking, I'm like, I feel like this tower would have completely fallen over by now. Or, having the Mindflayer show up in physical form. But when you really think about it, it's as long as Will's coming out. It's really not that long.
Yeah.
And it's so cool and big and epic, yet there seems to be kind of a lack of fear to it, even though it's so scopic and huge and you got this giant cast of characters who are running away. But instead of it feeling scary, it feels more like a Roland Emmerich movie.
Yeah.
Nancy is surviving like she's in Jurassic World all of a sudden. Yes. I don't understand how any of these guys made it out of here alive with this giant thing.
Yeah.
But at the same, and like I said, at the same time, a lot of it is really cool though to behold, and it is one of the coolest visuals they've ever brought to life. However, with the buildup of this and finding out that Vecna is actually Henry's, working with something that he's actually answering to as well. Not that it's not the inverse, I think that should have breathed longer. That should have been bigger, and it should have been more suspenseful, and there should have been actual bigger stakes to it, as opposed to we know they're gonna win. The whole time, the tone and vibe was we know they're gonna win, while being cool, So it was visually awesome to see. At the same time, a big part of the appeal is having the true menace and danger be felt. So having that be a little bit undercut while making some choices along the way was hit or miss. I like the scene when Hopper and Vecna first meet. I thought that was a really good Vecna scene. I like a lot of the stuff with the kid. Weirdly, the group of kids. I think a lot of the stuff with the group of kids is really intense. Like unpacking Henry's past and understanding that a lot of the themes of this have been about acceptance, about cycles, about breaking cycles, and about choice, and watching how most of our characters do that for benevolence, and then Henry chooses it for malevolence. So I like seeing that, and I think Jamie Campbell Bower is incredible. So it was like interesting trying to piece the history parts together, because that whole history and episode whatever of in season 4 with Henry as a child, he came across as like evil Michael Myers, just like born evil, and he had these powers and stuff.
Yeah, so to see him like totally innocent at first.
Yeah, to explain it further.
Yeah.
Part of me was wondering, like, did we really need this? Was this part of the original thing with Henry? And I guess it's
just making sure people see that play. Apparently, the play deals with that stuff.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
So we actually, I don't know how I feel about like trying to answer how he got powers. Like, I don't feel like we need really an answer on that. I kind of like the mystery to it.
Yeah.
But getting it was a good scene, and Henry and Jamie Campbell Bower is so good at it. And, like, just some stuff was feeling like it was moving awfully quick because it had to, Like, the whole thing with him not, like, going into the cave, it just kind of seemed like he suddenly faced it, and it went pretty fast when it happened. And then he gets, like, crippled by the time he, like, gets downstairs,
Yeah, it's weird. This is ostensibly a 9-episode season, and I feel like it should have been 10 or something. Because, I remember feeling like a lot of the physical elements of fighting Vecna were a little bit, I don't know. I kept catching myself going, I thought he was more powerful than this. Or like, and I know that there are a number of things you could say of like, 11 caught him off guard or this or that. But I don't know. I thought he was more powerful than this. Or like, him. It's right on the line when he's got all the kids in the trance and he's in the trance, and then 11 and Kali get the drop on him. Part of my brain goes, okay, I can kind of see that. And the other part of my brain goes, I don't know. I think they could have sold this better. I don't know. There's something about the way the previous seasons all tend to move that seem to balance nicely the weird intrigue around the sci-fi stuff with the twisted nature of what these characters are going through.
I so meet you there, though. I felt like as great as Jamie Campbell Bower is, as seriously amazing, he's not that scary in this season, and he's less scary than he was last season.
He looks
kind of by a lot.
cooler.
Like when he came in episode 4, it was like, holy shit. Damn, he's going to be fucking, look at him, man. He's just like killing people left and right. And then after that, it just kind of starts going a little bit like less and less scary. And then right down to the final episode where it really doesn't feel threatening.
Yeah, and it's weird. I like the psychological aspects and stuff, and I like Will and his conversation in his mind. I like that a lot. And his choice to move toward this corrupting force. But yeah, like, the whole physical manifestation of the Mindflayer, like, there's so much awe-inspiring visual, flavor going on, a lot of energy and a lot of, creativity going into this. But it does feel like one of those boss battles that you play and you're like, oh my God, this is going to be impossible. And then it's over pretty fast. And you're like, oh, I didn't realize I was playing on easy mode.
As it starts progressing and Nancy's just like again, because it looks cool and it's fun, that's where the forgiveness part, like, I'm like 75%. I would say like I'm like 85% super enjoying it, and 50% being like, I don't understand why there's like no physicality of difficulty to what's happening here.
Half my brain is like, it's probably good we don't spend too much time with the giant Mindflayer because like that seems impossible. So like if it's short lived, I kind of get it, but at the same time, I don't know. Yeah, it's very like fun to watch them all team up and it's like a video game, hitting the vulnerable spots and stuff. And I, like that there's the outside group fight versus the nucleus fight at the core of it all.
But
like,
it's very repetitive from season 3, which in that fight felt way more intense when they're fighting the Mindflayer.
Totally, yeah. And this should be the most intense, that battle should have been given some kind of center spotlight, whereas it feels like one of many interludes. pieces
Yeah.
that are all crashing together. And then the second half of the episode actually breathes when we're paying off the characters.
Yeah.
So it's weird because I'd be curious now. It's not been that long. Like part of me goes, well, if I watch them all in like a really tight binge, maybe this will feel a bit different. But the way the last chapter trailed off, and then the way this chapter kind of moves at a breakneck speed. Yeah, it's weird. It's like there's a lot of really good stuff in there. There's a lot of stuff I had fun with, but it feels like it whooshed by a little too quickly for like how earth-rending all these sci-fi stakes are.
Yeah, the last episode introduces, like in the last 20 minutes, that the world's about to be destroyed because they're going to collide worlds, and then the resolve that just didn't feel as impending or as difficult.
I thought we would get like the actual approach of the planet and the collision thing happening like after a while.
Yeah.
Not like that's where we're starting.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just interesting. It was odd. It was like, and there were a lot of great, it's caught up in this web of devices where I'm like, every nitpick I have has like an interesting little thing they did to like account for it or try and smooth it out. So like, I appreciate how hard they have worked on this, but it is a funky shaped season.
Well, like I've said it many times of how 11 and Hopper are outside of this season, are my favorite characters.
Yeah.
And they were trying to make up for the lack of them being rich characters in this one episode. And when they were like when they were splicing it in to the first hour, I was like, man, they're really acting. I'm having a hard time being like moved to where they probably want me to be moved, because I feel like they're just kind of cramming it in here because it's the final episode, so we got to like get the dialogue in
all
now.
of a sudden. Here and now at the very end we have the Hopper 11 stuff, which in the moment I was like, okay, well, maybe they're gonna give us some incredible drama now.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of good scenes, but
it's well acted scenes, I think. And some repetitive, I guess the whole thing with him learning to trust her was like a thing we've been just fucking fleshing out since like season 2 apparently.
Yeah.
And
to truly let go and just let her be her own person.
Yeah. And by the time 11 sacrifices herself, I was more like in shock of like what was happening. I'm like, oh damn, this doesn't feel real. I don't really know if I believe what's happening right now. And I was I was just like hollow in that moment of like, is this real? And then it cuts like a year and a half later, and I actually like segueing into the parts that I really liked. I actually like the idea, and I don't know how people will feel about this, of choosing your ending. Do you choose which one? Some people, I know saying that out loud might actually sound like a cop out to some people. Like, oh, they just can't commit if she's actually dead or this. And if she does choose to be alive, her not actually saying goodbye or catching back up with them. I'm like, I can understand that though, because the whole point is to keep them safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like she gives this up so they can be safe. I would choose that ending as a fan, and I thought it was very moving. And I liked the hopping around time that they did with the flash forwards. Everyone did such an amazing, like it felt the most like Stranger Things to me in that final like 40-minute stretch.
Mm-hmm.
With Hopper and watching Hopper and Mike and their resolve and seeing how far they've come, and they're like the fact that he's going to him to help him through a grieving process and a path to choose.
Because they're uniquely bonded now. Like they have a unique perspective that only the two of them could really share.
I really wish we did get more Joyce and Hopper throughout the season.
Yeah.
As to make them feel like a couple, but I was very moved by the time he proposed. That's like a huge payoff.
Yeah.
For after everything they've been through from season 3, like through all the seasons, but in terms of when the romance became a little bit more defined, season 3 and 4, and to watch the payoff at the Enzo's thing that they keep talking about, and him proposing and him finding peace, finally finding true acceptance. Yeah. I was very, very, very touched by that. I thought that was rather beautiful. Everything with Jonathan and Steve and Nancy on the rooftop of. They have an adult life ahead of them.
Yeah.
And I thought, again, like really great acting, and it felt like life. Part of my awareness with this is, as I've seen some of the discourse on like spending time with like predominantly like Will, Mike, Jonathan, Nancy.
Yeah.
the thing that people forget is that in season 1, they were like, outside of Will, who was like the focus but not the star, they were like the stars.
They were lead characters.
They were the main characters.
Yeah.
And it shifted though over time, and I feel like perhaps they should have been more aware of that, because if they really wanted to go in that direction, then Joy should have been way more of a character.
Yeah.
You know? And she's not really much of a character here either. And I still think though that there's probably the nostalgia of the Duffer Brothers for a show about nostalgia, or like that riffs a lot on nostalgia. They seem like to put their attention on where they wanted to close out on the characters they cared the most to close out on, from what they experienced. And I think they did a good job in that final 40 minutes of giving buttons to everyone. You know, Max and Lucas get together. Dustin gets to become valedictorian. Even the Stacy girl comes like bringing that back from season 2.
Oh, and his speech was great.
His speech was great. Honoring Hellfire Club was great. No one was booing. You know, everyone was celebrating. So it kind of makes you go like, do people now not hate Eddie?
There's gotta, I mean, the people of Hawkins at least have to have been clued in by now to the fact that there was some crazy shit happening. So I hope that I'm just choosing to believe that there has to have been some kind of redemption for Eddie Munson amongst the people of Hawkins.
They didn't resolve the bullying?
No.
I love the final scene in the Dungeons and Dragons and having Max there and all the little flash forwards that they were doing. And
yeah, that was really sweet.
We choose the story we want to tell about ourselves and to tell about others. Like, that was all, I thought that was like so moving. I thought that was incredibly beautiful.
I mean, one of the better things I can say about the season is, for however disjointed some of it has been, I think you're right. It feels like the Duffers, perhaps in this stretch, kind of went, you know, it's hard to end anything. You're not going to please everybody regardless. So, yeah, let's hone in on the stuff that we care the most about and that, you know, is most emotionally resonant or whatever. And, yeah, I would agree. Like, I do.
Like, Jonathan and Nancy's romance is huge in the first couple seasons.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And then you stop giving a shit about it for like 2 more seasons. So it's kind of weird to get all the focus back on it.
Well, and it was a show, where it's like early on, a lot of character arc, like a lot of choices surrounding characters and the archetypes they occupy, you know, were part of what pulled people in so much. It's like, oh, you've got Steve, he's a total asshole. And, you know, Jonathan is crushing on Nancy, and there's this, he's like a little bit of a creep, a little bit, but, you know, charming. And then Steve has his whole turn, and then like everybody, I don't know, part of it is taking those familiar nostalgic archetypes and then applying a more modern lens to them and letting them grow beyond those archetypes, which they do selectively, because some characters are very much just types. But yeah, I that's what part of what made the show alongside the, you know, nostalgic stuff and the sci-fi stuff. So like, I do appreciate at least those elements, flashing forward and you know, giving. It's nice to give these, for as much as I'm sure everybody will still bemoan that there was no death toll really. You know, it's lovely to see, that everyone's gonna kind of go out, and some people are gonna stay in Hawkins, some people are gonna go out and live their lives, but it feels like there's that catharsis of letting everyone go. Us as characters, we're letting all these characters that we love go, so that they can hopefully live a lovely life, you know, happily ever after the end.
I liked Holly a lot, and I've seen the complaints about. It is kind of odd how Holly does feel like she has more screen time than a lot of our other main people.
Yes. Yes, she is a main character of season 5.
I don't feel like any discredit should go to her as a character or as an actor either. I think she's a really good character, and I think she's a really good actor as well.
Yeah.
And I thought she did an amazing job, and I cared a lot about her, more than I did about a lot of other main characters here.
Well, it's a conscientious solution to the fact that a lot of your core kids are now adults. So you have some kids that's still involved.
Yeah.
You know, and Derek comes along with that, and then the other kids eventually come around.
A lot about the legacy moving on. I do wish Hawkins did feel. I wish there was a bit of a melancholic touch to it. Like, all these kids, there's so many of them, they experience true nightmares. Like, they were kidnapped. And the death tolls that have happened here. And this town just feels like Derry without the curse of forgetting stuff.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's like,
like, you guys like know everything that happened, and it feels like there's no residual pall of that's been cast over this town.
Yeah.
Everyone just feels like fine and normal. And I get it, we want to be like happy. But so much of this is about grief as well. And I wish there was a bit of a middle there, like the way how our main cast felt at the end.
I feel like you could have done some kind of
I feel like some of these kids would be messed up by now.
Well,
Like,
and in the rebuilding, you might have, some kind of mural or memorial or some kind of element of like, hey, yes, we're rebuilding and we're stronger, and then the nightmares are over, but we did lose a lot of people and a lot of life, and again, it's partly encapsulated in Dustin's speech, but it's like Hawkins for the character that it's been up till now. I could like, it's weird. It's nice after everything to have it be so bright and optimistic, but given the totality of everything, a little extra bittersweetness could have been nice.
A little bit, killing off Callie or did not kill off Callie. I would choose that, because if she is dead, I thought that was like I was not even sad when it happened. I was just mad at the writing of that. I was actually upset when it happened. Like, what a bunch of bullshit. Like, doesn't get an arc, doesn't get to really be a character here. But it seems like the latter would be true, because all those other seeds of earlier moments, they were like her pointing down the gun and everything, and the fact that it moved quick on her death. It does seem, and it wasn't working. The kryptonite does feel like that would probably be true, and I like the idea of 11 getting to have her actual freedom now, even though if she has to be a fugitive still. I don't know how she would possibly live in identity if she doesn't have her powers anymore. Would she have her powers still? She would have some.
I guess she would have to, right?
I mean, they would have to have the powers still working in order for the plan to have work to escape.
Yeah, but she just chooses to not show anybody that. But I like the choose your own adventure nature of that, and it's like, where do you choose for Callie to have died before the part of that conversation that we didn't get to see, or afterwards? But I like it a little bit better in the Mike version of things, certainly, that she is able to give this one last crucial leg up to the gang. It's I don't know. I have to imagine that probably without 11, if 11 had remained and gotten captured, I feel like that means bad news for everybody in Hawkins even still. So it's like, I think that sets 11 free and everybody free, and it's a way for Callie's death to at least carry a little more weight than the random banality of death that it comes across as at first, of just like, oh shit, this bomb exploded and the guy squeezed and there we go, but it's right on the line.
Well, also speaking of though, Mike, with my relationship with Mike, 1 and 2 is Mike, season 1 and 2. Season 3 through most of 5 is Finn Wolfhard. I don't see the character Mike anymore. I just see Finn Wolfhard acting.
Yeah, that's a good call.
And I thought Finn Wolfhard was so much better this season than he has been since season 2. And this final episode, it was Mike. That was the first time in a very, very long time where I felt like I was with Mike and not the actor Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah,
even though I thought the actor Finn Wolfhard was doing a really good job this season, I still mainly saw Finn Wolfhard. And this time I was back with Mike, and I was really moved by everything he was doing, and I thought he absolutely slayed in this final episode.
Yeah, the stuff that really requires him to have had growth and loss and stuff like that, really brings the Mike-ness into sharper focus. Because he's been empowering other characters, and he's always a source of color and can sometimes, he's got quips and stuff like that, but those are isms that I'm used to seeing Finn Wolfhard bring other places. And the emotional depth, the somberness of his performance, especially in the second half, I thought was really, really nicely done on his part. Yeah,
his post conversation too with Will, that was very brief, kind of absolves a lot of annoyances that he had in season 4.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been so self-absorbed. I'm sorry I didn't notice. I'm like, damn, you sound so mature, like an adult right now.
Yeah, 100% because you are an adult.
Yeah, it weirdly complements the entire thing we watched now for all of Mike throughout the last few seasons.
Yeah, it makes total sense because he's going through hormones. He's growing up. He's also dealing with this nightmare and his fixation on 11 and all sorts of other things.
But yeah, I do think the season did lack focus, so it would hinder the emotional impact of certain scenes. Even right down, honestly, for me, even Mike and 11, because I would forget about Mike and 11 as a thing in this, and a lot of that comes down to the lack of writing they did for 11 and 11 and Hopper. A lot of that lack, which is weird because maybe because so much of the final 40 minutes, like the vibe, the look, Hopper back in his mustache and suit, like it's just
uniform.
Easier to get lost back into your love for this world and Stranger Things and feel like you're there, that it was easier to feel all these emotions. And so I do think they lost focus there. And Linda Hamilton was the fucking waste. Oh my
so
God.
weird. So
I don't
weird.
know why they even cast her or made her a character. Like, holy crap, what a waste.
Yeah, that could have been anybody. I mean, like, again, good presence. I'll happily watch her, but like weird that she never amounted to much other than just another one of these guys.
Bad guy.
Another bad guy, another military, wants to harness this for their own personal gain character, for the gain of the military, blah, blah. And I'm just across the show that's made such great use and of guest stars and older stars from, who had their heyday in the 80s and 90s. Like, I don't know. It just feels like a spiritual fumble because, like, these are the kinds of roles they're good at making flavorful.
And especially for as much tribute as the show has done to the Terminator movies.
Yeah.
You would think they would want to really make a rich character for Linda Hamilton instead of the most bland, generic character. One of the most bland characters this entire series has ever done.
Yeah, they did her presence a disservice because like her stature just makes you think that there's more going on.
Yeah.
And it's not really. And that's just a bummer.
Yeah, and for a show that so much of the greatness has hinged on mystery, I do think this final season totally lacked mystery,
Yeah.
And the mystery is a big part of what makes Stranger Things. Every season has had that. What's going to happen next? What exactly is going on, huh? And while you might have moments where you're like, what's happening? What's going on? It's never like, we're going to need to find out the answers,
The most mysterious this season got was when they were figuring out, like, okay, whatever this thing is above the lab and the upside down, it's this whole new kind of matter, and it's going to kill us if you touch it. And, like, that was the most interesting height of mystery until moments later when it's like, well, nothing happened, actually. She shot it, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But we know a little bit more than we did before now.
And we blew it up with C4.
Yeah. So, it's...
I do think it missed the mark on a lot of this season as a whole, and the finale does not make up for a lot of it, and the finale itself definitely has flaws. But out of all of season 5, it also has some of the absolute strongest shit season 5 had to offer.
Yeah, 100%. It's weird. It's like they missed the contrast. Every season has a good contrast between like the sci-fi shit and the town, which this doesn't really have. And like 11 is detached from like most of the story. And I think that like the final scene with the Dungeons and Dragons crew does a nice thing to pay that off for their relationship. But in terms of like where this all began with the 4 of them and her as like a little group, feels like it was not really that well touched on this season. So yeah, ultimately, we're in agreement. It's like there's so much good stuff in here, and there's been a lot of loveliness across the season, but it is the least focused, the most sort of like it does feel like people trying to solve an impossible problem and getting there, a certain percentage of the time.
Well, to bring it back to 11, she felt like not part of the ensemble, and that's probably one of the I think one of the absolute biggest fumbles this season had is 11.
Like it's weird. Like, I don't know much about the behind the scenes, but it does feel like
I think she should have been there with them in the end.
Yeah, or something. I don't know. It just feels like somebody checked out or overlooked. Like she's such a she's one of the most important character. So I'm just like, how is this possible? How did this happen? Like, how did we not? Unless there were intervening factors behind the scenes.
And it's the only season they did bad writing. Like,
it's weird.
Every season, they've done great stuff for her.
And they've not had, it's not like they haven't had time.
She was more interesting as, like, Jane with no powers in the beginning of season 4 than anything here.
Yeah, because she and Hopper for so much of it are just off here being soldier girl and mentor, which is fine, but it's all retreads of like conversations we've already had.
Yeah,
And I don't know, the emotional payoff with 11, like it's the only emotional payoff there is like the sacrifice for everybody and her getting to potentially live happily ever after. But there's so much left on the table there.
Yeah, a lot of it was just shuffling back and forth between surface to nuance, and it's like, okay, surface beats here, nuance now, now nuance. But because we didn't get much nuance earlier here, now this nuance moment isn't hitting as strong as it ought to.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it leaves you on a lasting note, right? And so the lasting notes I did feel were strong with Steve, and I could feel the part of me that wants to just hold on to that. You know, I do. There's this part of me that, like, the more we talk about it, the more problems I have.
Yeah.
And I understand that's part of our job, too, what we do here. As just a fan of this show, I don't want to, I want to remember that I was really moved by the last 40 minutes.
Yeah.
In spite of knowing, like, I have a lot of problems with how this season was done, and even how this final episode was done. I got a lot of issues. But the final 40 minutes was very moving. And they did the best they could in that wrap up. And at the end of the day, it was the emotional. Everything I wanted the last 40 minutes. I just wish more of the show was the last 40 minutes.
Yeah. Or just a better balance of that and all the crazy developments of the Upside Down.
Because it was also like intimate. It was just in Hawkins. It was in the town. You know, it was a lot of the shit that makes Stranger Things. And this, I just kind of feel like was a big green screen season. Like a lot of it, I just associate as like a big
people
green
on treadmills in the volume, baby.
That's how I feel. A lot of it is like it's a bunch of green screen.
Yeah, I would say, it's like it wasn't the prettiest game, but they won the game. They got the win, and there were some. You'll have to go check the tape for your next project, improve on some things. But for the insurmountable feat of having to end the biggest streaming show of all time, this could have gone way worse.
What's beyond that? It's one of the most influential shows of all time. Yeah. This influenced not just it influenced movies.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And things that are, directly inspired this have since gone on to, in their later iterations, take inspiration from this directly in a very clear way. So, for the cultural phenomenon that it is, we eked it out.
Like, it's not Game of Thrones level bad.
No.
Like Game of Thrones was like, oh, well, that was a disaster.
The like whole sensibility of the show didn't change. Take a nosedive. But it is. It's easy to see, I guess, that this is sort of the most lumpen season. I guess it's the most.
Yeah,
it's the least pretty in terms of like how they symmetrically got everything done.
On a scale of fun that I had, I would say 85%. I would say 85%. If we're looking at like metrics here, fun, 85%.
Yeah.
In terms of like satisfied Stranger Things fans with writing and stuff, I'd honestly give it like a 60 to 65%. It's like, and then talking about the whole season that lumps in the finale, like a 60 to 65%.
Yeah, it's that low end fresh.
Yeah,
it's that low end fresh.
Like I'm literally the critic and audience score.
Yeah,
the audience scoring this is fucking terrible right now.
Well, because Will defeated everyone with the power of gayness, of course.
Which I just don't feel like I've seen that. I watched the last half of that episode again. And I decided to count it because everyone's like, let's spend 20 minutes on Will. I'm like, no, it's about 3.5 minutes.
I was going to say, it's not that long of a scene.
It's about 3 minutes and 30 seconds of Will opening up out of an hour and 6-minute episode. Yeah. And yes, the way
this is not the longest heart-to-heart scene between characters this season.
The way they do set it aside is is definitely cheesy in the way they do it. But that seemed to just overtake the internet, and there are some like funny ass memes and funny ass AI videos they did on it for sure.
Sure, of course.
Yeah. But the
water cooler moment accomplished regardless, but yes.
But like the way how that one scene, that it's mainly that one scene that like really seemed to skyrocket the audience.
Crossroads reception. With a million different roads for people. Yeah.
And
a fork.
And if for such a short scene to make people literally convince people that it's like 10 to 20 minutes long, it's a bad sign because I'm like, all right, I mean, if you feel like it is when it's not, then I guess that's a bad sign.
That's not good.
But as a whole, definitely my least favorite season. I would definitely make this. This is my least favorite season by a lot.
Some iconic moments, some stuff that stands with the best the show has had to offer. But yeah, in terms of a top to bottom season, very oddly shaped.
Yeah,
very oddly shaped, and yeah, it's like it took on some of its own identity the further we got, especially in the second act and the finale. The Wrinkle in Time stuff coming into greater focus, the melty yogurt lab and all that stuff. Like, there are things that finally make this season feel like 5, but yeah, it's just like the for better or for worse, in the ups and downs that the seasons have had up till now, I still feel like they always had a better balance of the thing that the Upside Down is the actual inverse of, and the Upside Down itself.
Yeah.
The Upside Down and Hawkins are almost, to me, supposed to provide some conversational symmetry with each other, and this was mostly Hawkins didn't really feel like Hawkins till the very end. And I get that they're under quarantine and everything's different, but I feel like there's a different way to do that where it didn't feel just like drab military zone only. And then, Upside Down.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Last 40 minutes, very enjoyable. Yeah. And that's where we're at. The show is over now, and it's time to say goodbye.
Did a lot of plans. We demonstrated with a lot of visual aids.
I like where they left off Steve for his future of just being a guy who wants to settle down here. And other people going for bigger dreams. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff all around. And I loved the final scene. The final scene was beautiful. That's where, if anything counts, is like, did they nail their final scene? I thought they nailed their final scene.
And the final image, you close the door to the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they absolutely
the
nailed
new
the final
generation's scene. Beginning just below us, and the kids we've grown up with over this time are going out to live life just above us beyond that door. It's a great motif for the whole thing.
Yeah, it's great. They nailed the final episode, and yeah, I'm gonna miss these characters. I'm still gonna miss the show.
Yeah,
and a lot of great. At the end of the day, somehow for a clunky season, they managed to have a good resolve and wrap up for a lot of their characters. So
like if you choose to view this as 2 episodes, the last episode was great.
But if the last episode would have like no sci-fi or anything.
No, that's true. Yeah, I get why they did this, but in the structure of a lot of shows, I feel like your big action finale is the penultimate episode, and then your character finale is the last one.
Yeah, it's a giant epilogue.
But because of what this show is, you can't really do it only characters episode anymore.
But that's where we're at. What do you guys rate this season? Thanks, John, for being here.
Thank you.
Well, I gotta do some editing myself on this and work on a thumbnail. So thank you guys for being here. We'll see you soon.
Pieces.